Loving basketball, loving basketball. So they just rated. I don't know who they is, but apparently it's been going on the internet. Uh, they just rated Love and Basketball as the number one. Uh, Rated the number one romance rom com, black rom com film of all time. Love and Basketball with Sanaa Lathan and Omar Epps, um, which is actually um, Love and Basketball is actually one of the few like love story genre movies that I actually like. You know what I'm saying? It's actually a really good movie. Hold on, y'all. Okay, there we go. Yeah, it's actually a really good movie. I Love and Basketball. But the thing about it is, they said it's number one black rom com of all time. I'm trying to think. There's not really too many black rom coms. Like you really think about it, we don't have too many black rom coms. You know what I'm saying? I can think of. I would. I'm trying to think. What's another Boomerang? Boomerang was a rom com. Eddie Murphy and Halle Berry. That was a rom com, right? You would say that was a rom com. You know, have y'all ever seen Boomerang? Came out in '92, I think. I was in middle school when Boomerang. That's how old Boomerang is. I was in middle school when this movie came out. This is like 30-year-old Eddie Murphy right here. Boomerang came out, I think, in '92, '93. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I would say this was more of a comedy. It didn't really start getting like romancy and still until the end. You know, the end when Halle Berry was like, "Love should have brought your ass home last night." Tony Braxton had a song on the soundtrack and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Thanks for the love, y'all. Thanks for the thumbs up. But yeah, Boomerang. I guess that would. But I don't. Boomerang. Yeah, I wouldn't say Boomerang was a rom com. Boomerang was more of a comedy than a rom com. You know, like I said, it didn't really get to. It really didn't get like romantic-y until like the end of Boomerang. Like pretty much the whole movie was him trying to bang Robin Givens and trying to see how many women he can have sex with. And then he found Halle Berry and realized, oh, Halle Berry, you know, yeah. If y'all haven't seen Boomerang, it's actually funny as hell. For all y'all millennials that wasn't born when this movie came out, check out Boomerang when y'all get a chance. But they're saying that Love and Basketball is number one, ranked number one. Like I said, it is a good movie though. You know, it's a decent movie. You know, I'm not really a fan of rom coms myself. You know, ooh, what about what's the other movie? Love Jones. No, man, hold on. What about Love Jones? Love Jones. Every black girl that I grew up with had Love Jones. Love Boomerang and Norbit two of my favorite faves. Eddie Murphy is king. Yep, that's you right, Jill. But I'm up here talking about same. Yeah, I agree with you. They need to do a Norbit. I was gonna say they need to do a Norbit two, but I don't think they can do a Norbit 2 without Charlie Murphy. A lot of people don't know that Charlie Murphy actually wrote Norbit, and Eddie Murphy helped him get it off the ground. Norbit was written by uh, Eddie Murphy's brother, Charlie Murphy. May he rest in peace. But no, we're talking about rom coms, and they just ranked Love and Basketball the number one black rom com of all time. Love Jones. I'm sorry, not Love Jones. Love and Basketball. I'm sorry, Love and Basketball. But I was talking about Love Jones. I thought Love Jones would be number one. Love Jones with Tay Diggs and I'm sorry, not Tay Diggs. I'm sorry. What's his name? Oh, my man, Lorenz Tate. Met the brother too. Met Lorenz Tate. You know, I'm out here in LA. I met Lorenz Tate. Lorenz Tate is cool as shit. But Love Jones with Lorenz Tate and Nia Long. This is back in the day when they was all in their early 20s. I thought that would be labeled number one. would be Love Jones. Let me tell you something, man. And the crazy part, I tried to watch Love Jones. This girl I was dating, she said, she's like, since we're dating, I gotta let you know my favorite movie. My favorite movie is Love Jones. I watch it at least once a month. I'm like, you watch this movie once a month? You ain't tired of it yet? This movie's been out 30 years. You watch it once a month, I love Love Jones. Every sister that I came across said that Love Jones is the top rated black rom-com of all time. The fact that they nominated Love and Basketball, I would say Love and Basketball will come in second. You know what I'm saying? But you think about it, there's not too many black. Thanks for the 3 thumbs up. There's not that many black rom-coms that I can think of. Let me see. You got Love Jones. You got Love and Basketball. I can't think of no other black rom-coms. Mahogany would be a rom-com. Mahogany with let me see, Mahogany. That's an old movie though. Mahogany with Billy D. Williams and Diana Ross. Mahogany with Billy D. Williams. This came out in 1975. That was like one of the legendary rom-coms, man. Young Billy D. Williams and young Diana Ross. They actually look good together on screen too. I remember watching it as a kid, like a little kid. Of course, I wasn't born when the movie came out. I ain't that damn old, but I would say that's one of like the oh yeah, what's it called? Billy Street. That's the one with who's in that one? That's a recent one. That's the one where I seen the trailer for that when they had old boy doing the narration. What's his name? Crazy part, I haven't seen it though. Milton, I haven't seen it. But I know you're talking about though. I know you're talking about. But yeah, I would think Mahogany would be legendary. The crazy part, I haven't seen Mahogany since I was a child, a little baby. And then back when it came, and then I wasn't really paying attention to it. I was playing with my toys and shit. But I remember it would come on TV, and, HBO, like in the 80s when I was a little kid. Yeah, I gotta check that out. Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. Matter of fact, the guy that's playing in that, he's playing Apollo Creed in the Sylvester Stallone biopic. He's playing Apollo Creed. Yeah. I don't know. That movie came out, Milton. It didn't really make too much noise though. Like people wouldn't really talking about it like they talk about Love and Basketball. Love and Basketball and Love Jones. Those two movies I hear, from sisters, me and we don't really watch that shit. We watch that shit because if we got a girlfriend or a wife, we watch it because she like it. But I've never seen too many brothers be like, man, it's a good rom-com. Like I don't yeah, like Love Jones. I tried to sit through Love Jones twice and I fell asleep on it. It was boring to me. Because I'm not really. I'm a straight male. I'm not really into, what I'm saying, rom-coms like that. You know what I'm saying? But Love Jones. But women love Love Jones. If they love Jones, it's like the cats be out. You know what I'm saying? I just never was a big fan of rom-coms. You know what I'm saying? Not saying you got to be gay to like rom-coms, but I'm just a straight male who just happens to not like rom-coms. I just found them boring. The only rom-coms I like, it got to have comedy first. Like some would say something about Mary with Ben Stiller. Some would say that's some rom-com, but it's actually a comedy. And then it kind of gets towards the end with Cameron Diaz character, kind of rom-comedy. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it has the lead with the comedy first. Like for instance, I guess people would say sometimes that what's the movie? Shit. the name of the movie? Shit. I mean, blanked already. Damn it. Oh my! I just had a brain fart. Oh, Coming to America. People would say Coming to America is a rom com, but it's actually a comedy. But then towards the end, the last 20 minutes of it starts getting kind of rom commy. You know, I guess the same thing with Boomerang. You know, Boomerang was comedy, comedy, comedy. Then towards the end, it got all lovey dovey. You know what I'm saying? Towards the end with Boomerang. You know. What about Brown Sugar? Brown Sugar is a dope rom com. Y'all remember Brown Sugar with Taye Diggs and Sanaa Lathan? Nobody ever talks about Brown Sugar. I remember seeing Brown Sugar in the theaters. I don't know. It just didn't hit. You know what I think the reason why Brown Sugar didn't hit, because they pretty much played the same characters they played in Best Man. Sanaa Lathan and Taye Diggs were a couple in the Best Man movie. So then they turned around a couple years later and put him as. So it's almost like you got confused. Like, oh, is this picking up from, you know what I'm saying, from the Best Man? Is this, is this Murph and all them? Like, is this Murph and all of them and him going off on his own with Sanaa Lathan? That was his character name in Best Man. Y'all haven't seen it. Anyway, I'm getting ready to roll, y'all. So let's talk about it in the comments and share this stream. You watching the No Face City, the #1 streaming channel in the world. You watching No Face City, the #1 streaming channel in the world. And so they just ranked Love and Basketball the #1 black rom-com of all time. So let's debate about it. Do y'all think it is? Let's talk about it in the comments. The thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel. Talk to y'all later.